OnePlus 3 now comes with an incremental update for OxygenOS 3.2.8. Is it any good? Let's find out. Welcome back to our tech, people. Thank you so much for coming back. So the new OxygenOS is here. It's 3.2.8. Some of the good features it's got is primarily the camera, which is now upgraded to 1080p, which can record at 60 frames per second, putting it on par with the Galaxy S7. It's also got an emergency calling feature for Indian customers, so you press the power button 3 times and it can actually dial an emergency number, so that's good. It's got optimization for Snapchat, video calling and scrolling lag, and it's also got some few general bug fixes. I hope it's actually fixed that issue when you actually speak on the phone and the display comes on and you accidentally press a button using your ears. I'm not sure if that is fixed, but I hope that is fixed too. Let me know if you have anybody's tried that, and please leave a comment, and we can know that issue is fixed. What matters most to me is the camera upgrade, which is now at 60 frames per second. So let's get started with the test. I did a few rounds of tests, one with low light, which didn't make any sense to me, but here's it. So the first clipping is of a 1080p video shot with 30 frames per second, and it's completely dark. There are a few houses there, and now when I shift to the 60 frames per second, you would notice that there's more noise in the video, but the video is a lot more smoother. So that's a quick observation. Okay, that's Mr. Minion, and I'm just going to swing him around just to show you how 30 frames per second turns out to be a little laggy in nature. If you notice the foot of the Minion, there's a slight lag, which you can see. But now let's shift to 60 frames per second. You can immediately notice the corners of the Minion, and it's that much more perfect. I think the video is a lot better on the 60 frames per second. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, let's shift to something else now. So just going around with this is at 30 frames per second again. Notice the background. It's all blurry because of the motion. And at 60 frames per second, look at the background again. It's not clear, but it still has so much more detail at 60 frames. And again, I did a small walkthrough, and again, you would see the background is a lot more murky, but at 60 frames per second, everything at the background is that much more clearer. So that just shows you how much difference this is making. Okay, and here's a small test with some lights. Again, at 30 frames per second, you would see that there's a slight lag, and at 60 frames per second, everything is that much more sharper. So let me know what you guys think. So another good update from OnePlus. Thank you so much for putting that effort and getting us the 60 frames per second video recording. I also hope they have the 1080p slow motion recording, which is still not out. Thank you so much for watching our tech, and I hope you subscribe and like the video if you think it makes sense. Do leave your comments. See you soon on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.